My name is Corey Olson, president of Signum University, and I'm here to talk about some of the opportunities that come along with the Signum Academy Clubs program. Clubs is a great way to enjoy talking about great books, developing creative writing, and learning cool languages. Clubs are not class. There are no quizzes, no tests, no essays. Our emphasis is on learning and fun in equal proportions. But a great deal of learning will happen during the fun, and that is one of the things that makes the club experience really valuable. Many homeschoolers choose to participate in clubs as part of their school curricula for this reason. But if you are a high school student living in the state of New Hampshire, there's another exciting opportunity that you can take advantage of through your club's enrollment at no extra cost. In 2020, the state of New Hampshire implemented an innovative program that is unique in the United States. It is called the Learn Everywhere program. The purpose of the program is to recognize the fact that not all learning that students do happens in traditional classrooms during school hours. When students are engaging in academically enriching programs outside of the school building, they should receive credit for that. The Learn Everywhere program empowers families to enrich and broaden their students' educational experience. Signum Academy Clubs was formally approved by a unanimous vote of the New Hampshire Board of Education in their January 2021 meeting. High school students in New Hampshire, therefore, can now earn graduation credit through their participation in our clubs. Students who are participating in the Learn Everywhere program will receive certificates from clubs. If you are planning to utilize the Learn Everywhere certificates, we'll let you know which certificates your club of choice will be able to provide for you. If you switch clubs, we'll let you know your different certificate options there. For all Learn Everywhere students, we will keep a record of all the progress that you've made towards any certificate that you have begun. A club certificate is the equivalent of one semester of one course in a normal school setting. Now, here are some examples of the kinds of courses that you can use our certificates as equivalents for in your own school. So as you can see, in book club, you will basically be able to get a one-semester literature elective credit for each book club certificate that you get. So say you read The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien, we'll give you a certificate in fantasy literature, which will appear as an elective on your high school transcript. Or if we read Dune by Frank Herbert, you can get a science fiction literature elective credit. Or we read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, we'll give you a certificate in the novel, which will again appear as an elective. If you do writing club, you'll be doing creative writing, and we can do intro to creative writing and advanced creative writing. We can do also multiple sequences like this. So you can get two different certificates in the same thing, the intro and advanced level, so that both of those classes you can get one full year's worth of creative writing credit to go on your transcript there. Now, for our language courses, we can do even more. Our language courses, you can do 4 consecutive certificates in any one of the languages that you study in either our conversation club or our translation club. So you are just starting off learning Spanish. You're a beginning Spanish student. Your first certificate will be the equivalent of Spanish 1, Semester 1 in a regular school language program. But then you can continue on and you're now an early intermediate student, right? So say you're an early intermediate student in our Gaelic Conversation Club. You can get Gaelic 1, Semester 2 credit for that. Or you're an advanced intermediate student, or you're an advanced student, right? You can get 3rd and 4th semester credit in Mandarin or German or Japanese or one of our other languages, okay? Similarly, in Translation Club, you can get those same sequence of 4 certificates equivalent to 1st and 2nd semester of the 1st and 2nd year's worth of language study in high school. And you can do this in Old English, Greek, Latin, Hebrew, Old Norse. Who doesn't want to learn to talk like a Viking? So that's going to be available to folks within our language clubs as well. Now, you might be wondering, so, okay, how do I transfer this stuff to my school, right? Is that really complicated? No, the process is actually super simple. Here's how it works. We give you a certificate. You print out the certificate and you hand it to your guidance counselor at school. Maybe you can even email it to them. Credit is then added to your school record, and the club's course equivalent is added to your high school transcript. That's it. That's it. Now, it is possible, of course, remember that this is a brand new program. 2021 is the first time that the Learn Everywhere program is being implemented in the state of New Hampshire. So it's always possible that your school guidance counselor won't know exactly how this process works. If that's the case, just put them in touch with us. We will happily talk them through it and make sure everybody knows what's going on there. As I mentioned before, we are one of the first programs to be approved for this, so we're kind of on the leading edge of this, which is a lot of fun. But that's how our certificates will work. It's a great way to get high school graduation credit in your normal school for the awesome, fun clubs that you're doing anyway. You complete a certificate in the clubs program by mastering certain skills. We will give you some rubrics which explain which are the skills that we're looking for in particular for the certificate that you're engaging in, and what exactly does mastery look like for each one of those skills. There are no tests, as I've said, no essays, no quizzes. All of the assessments are drawn from the preceptor's careful observations of students' participation during our club sessions. Now, every month, at the end of the month, you'll get a progress report to see how you're doing, to see how you're progressing towards mastery of the particular skills towards that certificate. Once you have mastered all of the skills involved, that is, you get a sort of a rating of 1 through 4. Once you get a 3 out of 4 in each one of those skills, then you earn your certificate. It's not based on the time that you've spent. There is not a time component. It's based only on when you have shown that you have achieved mastery of those skills. So you don't have to be in the club for 5 or 6 months before you qualify for your certificate or anything like that. We award our certificates at the end of the month, or at the end of a block if your club is doing a multi-month block, such as the discussion of a longer book in book club. Earning a certificate is not complicated, and we will try to make that as simple and clear as we possibly can. All public and charter schools in the state of New Hampshire will accept our certificates for credit. That's the way the Learn Everywhere program works. Now, you might be able to arrange for extra study hall time at school since you've earned extra credits through the club. Sometimes that's possible to sort of exchange them in that way. Private schools in the state of New Hampshire have a choice of whether to participate in the Learn Everywhere program. So if you go to a private school in New Hampshire, put us in touch with your school principal and we'll discuss it with them. But the credit is automatic for any public or charter school in the state of New Hampshire. In Signum Academy Clubs, you are going to have a lot of fun and you're going to learn a lot. We agree with the state of New Hampshire that you should get credit for what you learn. We are excited to be the first language arts program ever to be approved by the Learn Everywhere program, and we hope that this program will be very helpful to you as you travel through your secondary school journey. We look forward to seeing you in Signum Academy Clubs.